everyone, warm welcome. It is time for the Wake Up Women series, and today, yet again, we have a special woman, a really super special woman coming in. And she's Antika, a consultant, a 40-year-old consultant in Delhi NCR. So today, let's hear why Antika took up a course in finance, why did she take charge of her finances, what woke her up, and what are the accomplishments that she's built for her money life at Women on Wealth. So let's bring her in, and meanwhile, all of you who are joining in, please acknowledge your presence. Please say that you are here, right here, to cheer a woman who's taking charge of her finances, and you are a woman on wealth. So start typing, everybody. And meanwhile, let me bring Antika in. Hi Antika, can you see us? Can you send in a request to join in? Wow, I'm loving so many of you are joining in, participating. Okay, Antika, I am looking for you. Like to join. Okay. Let me know if you can see it. Hey Anju, hi, I'm well. How are you? How are you doing? Are you ready to hear Antika and be inspired? Okay. Hey Antika,
Hi.
hi.
Hello. Hi everyone.
Hi Antika, can you नीचे करो थोड़ा सा phone
Okay.
so that we can see you clearly? Yes.
This is better.
Yes, this is far better. Yes. Love that. Thank you, Antika, for really taking out time for us. What a privilege to have you.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
I think it's pleasure is mine since the time I have joined the community. I think it's nothing but pleasure. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Please share a bit about yourself first.
Hi everyone. I am 40 years of age. Quite late on the journey of creating wealth for myself, but better late than never. I am born and brought up in Udaipur, which is in Rajasthan. It's a beautiful place. I'm a mother of a 10-year-old, and yeah, I work as a consultant, live in Gurgaon. That's pretty much about it. And I believe even well, I have been working since past 16, 17 years, earning my own money, but I never thought, uh, money has not been something that I have paid attention to.
Okay.
That just comes to my bank account and that's all. Take it out when you need it, and that's it. More or less.
Right.
Yeah.
16, 17 years of work life and
Yeah.
paycheck to paycheck condition, would you say, Antika?
Yeah, pretty much paycheck to paycheck. While I think I'm born in a household, my father was in post office. So
Okay.
RD, FD, MIS, all were the terms were not very unfamiliar to me.
Right.
And these comparisons that, post office is better than bank because earlier the rates of interest in post office, FD, and those instruments
Right.
used to be higher. So those are
Right.
the conversations I often heard,
Right.
and I only knew that MIS to be used for the retirement plan when somebody is getting a voluntary or permanent retirement, we use MIS as an option. But I never really thought that, hey, okay, this is something that I should get into.
Right.
Plus,
Right.
I think I created sort of aversity to the subject of a finance altogether because I did an MBA and I'm a science student. So
Okay.
first time learning all of the cost accounting and all of that was very overwhelming for me. And,
Sure.
how much of it you can apply for a science student in real life wasn't something that I could get connected with. So that was something that, okay, this is not for me. I can't really do it. And so pretty much I left it with mostly either with my friends if I got stuck somewhere or, with my husband if I got stuck. So yeah.
Got it. Got it. So, your father from a post office background and yet like.
Yes. Quite an irony that there. Yeah.
Yeah. Got that. Got that. And what woke you up then all of a sudden? What happened, Antika?
So I have a friend of mine. She is a life coach and she
Okay.
happens to know Sheetal.
Okay.
So 3 years odd back, she had given me your number.
Okay.
And since then, I had saved your number in my phone. And I would on and off see your status messages that, hey, this is coming and going. And I had done few investments in mutual fund out of a fad. with my male colleagues, you know.
Wow.
You know,
Okay.
they were like, okay, we should invest. There should be some 5,000 SIP investment we should do. So they helped me do the KYC with, you know, one of the
Right.
companies. And I just went ahead with it. They suggested something. There was no, they just said that, you know, these are good. These are good.
Right.
Mutual funds, don't ask why, you know. And because one of them was an IM pass out and he used to, I think it was his daily routine to spend some 15-20 minutes to look at the equity stocks, MF and everything. I thought it was a
Right.
bit too much for me to, you know, spend
Right.
that much amount of time or keep track of it. So yeah, that is it. But the reason I woke up was because one day I just saw your status and I was like, I should try it. You know, at the
Got
end,
it.
what might happen, you know, most of the time, I I think all of us have attended so many training sessions in our lives, you know, whether it's related to money or not related to money. And
Right.
to be honest, only 10% of it, I would say I have gotten value for money. You know, that I went into it and I was really happy about it, gaga about what I learned, or, you know, something like that. So, like, okay, let me give it a shot. It's a free webinar. I'm not losing
Right.
anything except though that 1 hour. And I
Right.
remember you were trying to pursue everybody that, you know, give it a shot, because if you don't take a decision now, when is that you're going to take a decision? I'm like, okay, let me just enroll for this. And
Right.
to be honest, a lot of us are not ready for the push this team creates, you know. But I think this push is needed so much more for each one of us. Else, I don't think this would have been a transformative journey for me this far, you know,
Got
because
it.
um, I think you talked about it that if you don't do it, you don't do your homework, you don't do your assignment, we are not going to let you go. It's going to be like, and I remember my sister was visiting me. This was the first time I was doing the assignment. I was up till 2 a.m. in the morning because I hadn't
Wow.
done my first assignment. And my sister would wake up timely, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing some important assignment. You just go and, go and sleep. You know,
Wow.
that was the first time there were these questions about what is the vision of your life, you know.
Right.
All those questions I've never thought about, you know,
Right.
or I have thought about them, but only subjectively. There's no
Right.
objectivity attached to it. This is the
Right.
first time I was being made to think, and being made to think with certain set of direction, I would say. And I
Right.
think when I did it, that sense of achievement, I believe I felt after so many years, you know. Probably I would have
Got it.
felt it somewhere way back in school or college, you know. I
Yeah.
didn't, that
Yeah.
sense of achievement gave me that motivation and push, to be honest. And
Wow.
yeah, and I think I spoke with so many girls in the group, you know, who probably
Right.
were going through the similar situation that I was going through personally, or even worse. And I realized if these girls can do it, I mean, like, I'm so much more privileged in all the sense. So why can't I
Right.
just take control? So yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That's quite something. That's quite something, to like just deriving 10% of the value of the course to coming to a point where you are waking up. I
yeah.
mean, where you're like up till 2 a.m. working on the assignment.
Because
Yeah.
I really, and then, you know, I think I couldn't send it to Hira, and I told her that, you know, and I was like, why is it I did it first time and I can't send it? Some glitch that was happening at my office and I did it on an office laptop or something. And then
Uh,
I'm like, I have put in so much effort, I really need to send this, and it got sorted out automatically. And after that, I
yeah.
realized that um, is this a focus that all of us need? You know, these excuses all of us keep making every now and then, and I know it because I'm a queen of procrastination, to be honest. So
Wow. Which are those excuses, Antika, that you can really recall right now that you used to probably give and you can now realize that that's just an excuse?
I would say that when will I find time? You know,
Mm.
in my routine, because our day is packed up from a money gym program perspective, right? You have ET Wealth or a book club, or, you know, while
Right.
all of these are voluntary options, but it's
Right.
I would say it's about those habits we want to create, right?
Right.
We
Right.
might not be, that's a consistency we want to build, probably just in one practice. Either you read a book, or you probably show up for one session live or something, right? So I
Right.
kept telling myself, okay, if I do this, when is it I'm going to spend time with my daughter? When is it I'm going to do office work? But I don't
Right.
think that difficult. Uh,
Yeah.
we can all do
Yeah.
it. It's just that, that focus is lacking. And that focus is lacking because sometimes when we do small things in life, we need that a little bit of push, right? In this community,
Right.
whenever we are doing small things, we share it, and it's such a cheering and a wow and a motivation that we could get from the community that I think it's wonderful. I haven't
Right.
seen a single negative conversation in the community. Us,
That would.
yeah, touch wood to the community practices we have been following, I think. So,
Yeah.
the constant practice that we have. And there's so many communities I have been part of, Priyanka, because of my personal situation. I'm separated now almost,
Okay.
but all of them have taken me to the negative emotion side of the emotion. This is the only community that has
Okay.
pushed me forward to, have that momentum that, things are, it's not the end of the world and it's in my hand almost.
Got
So yeah,
got that, and I'm glad to hear that you're
yeah,
being supported.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Because this phase that you're going through is not an easy phase to
yeah,
be in.
yeah,
Yeah. And thank you for sharing about it, because it really gives me an opportunity to hold you and say, hey, buddy, we are with you. So,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. So just join in anytime. Yeah. Reach out
yeah,
anytime is what I want to say.
yeah.
Got it. So, Antika, now that you've woken up to your finances, you've taken actions also, which you're sharing right till 2 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
You've done your assignments. What are those accomplishments you will say are yours?
Okay, I'll start with very small ones. I think first
Sure.
thing I did was I changed my health plan. I
Okay.
already, all of us people who are working have a health plan from their offices. And I ended up taking one because of Corona, because we didn't know, how much will get covered, not covered. And
Right.
when we got taught about in Money Gym, what kind of plan we should have, what kind of riders we should look at, etc., etc., I got that changed in my plan. That was, I think, the
Uh-huh.
first thing that I did. Second thing
Wow.
I did was I changed my Wi-Fi provider,
Okay.
because the money in and money out, she told me I was really spending fortune on Wi-Fi connectivity, uh,
Wow.
which wasn't
Okay.
just because I was using some, geo connection data, 4G network, and it wasn't working out for me. I had issue with Airtel in my area, but I figured out one Wi-Fi connector, and I changed that plan, and it reduced my bill to like 1/4 or so. So
Wow.
yeah, and I think
Okay.
yeah, third thing I did was buy sovereign gold bond. That was my first trench purchase, and
Okay.
opening that account, figuring it out, how to buy it, what to look for, how to apply for it, and then wait that, okay, whether will it be allotted to me or not, or getting that first certificate was a
Right.
wow, wow moment. Um, Coming off
Wow. Like
my
really.
bad mutual funds. And as I
Uh-huh.
said, I invested in those as a fad. I had literally no clue, you know,
Right.
that
Right.
are they good, are they bad, whatever. Nobody ever called me from that organization that, you're investing, or the SIP you are investing in since past 1.5 years is just not the right SIP to be, nothing, no communication whatsoever, except if there was something wrong with some additional KYC that these guys were doing.
Right.
So I just redeemed those, and I
Uh-huh.
reinvested those in the mutual funds I had studied, and I had faith in that. Okay, this is an educated risk I'm going to take now, rather than the ones
Wow.
I took it with my friends. So
Right.
yeah, and I think the recent one is that I've started investing in stock. Needs to go a long way
Wow.
there, but that's just the start. So yeah.
Wow. And where are you headed? Do you have absolute clarity on your goals, Antika?
I have a clarity. However, I know that with the situations at my end, they will keep changing. And I think
Yeah.
one thing that gave me a lot of solace in when we were starting doing the vision is that you have to keep updating it, right?
Yeah.
Depending upon how things are going at your end. So
Right.
yeah, it's a check and balance, to be honest, that I have to keep.
Got that.
Yeah.
Got that. And I'm glad that you're putting your own self on track, because you now know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think community has helped me a lot, because in between, to be honest, while I said that I was giving myself excuses and then again things didn't go right, so I would reach out to a couple of girls and say that, hey girls, I'm falling behind, can you help me out?
Right.
And none of them ever said no to me, Priyanka. you know
Wow. Yeah.
they will tell me, they will genuinely tell me that, this time I'm busy, let's figure it out next week or this week or that week, which is such a positive response from the community. I think,
Right. Right.
keeping each other in check, ensuring that we talk about things. Uh, I never thought I'll change my newspaper. I recently have subscribed now physical copy of ET Wealth. So, so,
Congratulations.
so yeah, I mean, I never thought I'll be reading ET Wealth. To be honest, I think yeah, that's one of the biggest achievements that I used to skip through the finance pages always on Times of India in the last pages. That
Right.
is the sports section, or where is some other article, but no, not anymore.
Yes, and now you're ordering ET Wealth, which is a wealth newspaper. So yeah, that's quite a surprise, a transformation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got it. And what's the impact? What's the impact on your child? You said you have a 10-year-old, Antika.
Uh,
Did I hear it right? Is
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
daughter?
She's 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Mm, she does see me watching your videos.
Okay.
She knows that I'm doing this session right now. But she's
Uh-huh.
like, okay, mama. I'm like, she doesn't get the grasp of it, all of
Yeah.
it, but I think she can feel the positive changes, because
Wow.
because no matter what we say, that quality of life and everything, it is to an extent related to your money issues as well in life, right? We say
Right.
money can't buy happiness, but I think that security blanket all of us need, no matter how many lies we tell ourselves,
Right.
So
Right.
I think that just gives you uh, that control, right? That you don't
Right.
have. The reason we
Right.
fear things is that because we don't get into details, right? Because we know them at surface. And
Right.
I think we get into the details and we know that half of these things are in our control. And a couple of my friends, I shared it with them, guy friends, and they said that, okay, we didn't know which one to invest. We were just investing because, that's the fashion.
That's the fashion.
So,
I like that.
yeah.
One of the mistakes I can point out for everybody is please don't invest just because it's fashion.
Yeah, no,
Please
I
don't do
believe it's
that.
also, yeah, not just this fashion, but because it's a trend, because they
Yeah.
believe, investing is going to give them something,
Right.
some percentage of return, which is not wrong. But again, it's not an educated investment that they're doing. They're just doing a blind investment, I believe, which I
Right.
also did. And I believe everybody should do it with complete literacy and, yeah, having some education about it. And there is so much information out there, it's so easy to get confused and pick and choose what is right for you, right?
Right.
And I think when we went through the program, we knew
Right.
how well structured the courses, in
Uh-huh.
terms of what is important, what is not important. When we were reading through instruments, we knew that, okay, now Priyanka is going to talk about, can this happen for minors? What are the documents you need to take to the bank when you go to, there was a pattern and a structure that you followed. And I
Right.
believe the constant upgrade and updation as our needs are changing with the group.
Right.
I have never seen any group change with changes so fast.
Right.
Right, the sheet has changed, or some new video has come up, or some new study or analysis that has been done.
Right.
I think kudos to the team and everybody who's contributing, because
Yes.
I haven't seen this powerful group of women. So, to be honest, I have seen
Got
group
that.
of women who are probably inclined towards a cause, but not
Yeah.
with this much of energy, or this much of positive energy, to be honest.
Got that. Got that. And thank you. I want to tell you, it is because of women like you.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
think it's because of the larger
Agreed.
community, because, yeah, each one of us are contributing, I believe, and, yeah, keeping each
Yes.
one of us in check.
Yes, absolutely. Because, at the source, yes, we are sitting at the source of this work and the mission,
Yeah.
and it's you guys who are taking it forward. So, yeah, I want to compliment you, Antika, and
Thank
each
you so
woman who's
much.
listening
Thank
here.
you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, let's see what everybody is saying. Okay, Vikas is saying a trend to secure financial security. Yeah, huh? Okay. Usha is saying superb, Antika.
Thank you so
Sheetal is
much.
saying that's why you do your money in, money out. Money
Yes.
Jimmers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usha is saying, I think everyone's journey starts with a mess, but ends up with clarity.
Yeah.
This life is reminding me that I'm not alone. No, Usha, you're not alone, and nor is Antika, and nor am I.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
None of us.
Yeah.
None of us are ever alone. Ever, ever alone. You know, we're just a message away, a call away. That's it. Antika, Sheetal is saying, okay, Antika, I'm here to cheer for you.
Thank you so much.
Many of us are walking around wearing the invisible crown of procrastination.
Ah,
Yes, Sheetal.
we all.
I often think that I am the queen of procrastination. Let me
No,
tell you
Priyanka,
guys.
no, no, no. The amount of discipline you have, I believe, and I believe when we are kids, we're disciplined so much that when we
Right.
grow up, we often take routine for granted. You know, because whenever my mom will say, wake up on time, or I'm like, come on, 27 years of my life, that is what I did. Going to
Right.
school on time, doing college, and then MBA, and then again, office. At least
Right.
give me one day where I don't do this. But I think having a routine is not about waking up on time, but having that routine and set of things that we know are must-haves is very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Uh, Otherwise, it's very easy to because I think we have to hold ourselves accountable,
Yeah. Yeah.
and having that routine and discipline actually changes things for you, And I
Yeah.
don't know.
Bang on.
Yeah, and I believe things that changed for me was a group, and I think the reading habits we have in terms of
Yeah.
I'm just started reading Atomic Habits, but
Oh wow. Okay.
and
I love that book.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to be honest, it's not that they're telling you something that is rocket science or out of the
Right.
world, you know.
Right.
It's all about putting it into practice. To be honest,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Just about implementation. Nothing else, Antika.
yeah. Thank
Yes, absolutely. I so connect with you. Archana is saying, Antika, you rightly described your journey and I can relate it to my routine also. Awesome, Archana. Usha is saying we are all super women.
you.
Yes, you guys are. Rahul is saying amazing. Mukta is saying, yes, I agree. It is the most dedicated and powerful group I have come across.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mukta. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much, Antika.
Thank
Anything
you so
else
much.
you want to say before you leave? Oh, Seema is leaving a comment. She's saying time management by Brian Tracy. It's awesome. Yes, absolutely it is. So, any last thing you want to say, Antika?
No, I don't know why it took me 3 years to click on that webinar button and join it, but I'm so glad I joined it, and I think there are a lot of women that I want in my life to know about this. And I
Got it.
know that even in my family, because we all of us come from families who are very risk averse, and they're
Right.
risk averse because there are stories that all of us have heard that oh, stock
Yes.
market crashed or something bad happened or somebody did
Right.
something wrong because they lost so much of money.
Yeah.
And this is not because that is all because of that fear, because you don't have the details and you haven't done the program in terms of getting yourself educated.
Yes.
And then you take the calculated risk. I think I literally understood the word calculated risk with the help of the group, because
Wow.
that
Yes.
literally, uh, I think it empowers you and sort of equips you to take that
Right.
risk, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Got that, Antika. Those were like really golden words. Well, each conversation was like really amazing. And I look forward to seeing you again, Antika,
Sure,
in a
sure.
couple of
Yeah.
months, couple of years, sharing further the transformation, the financial transformation that you're bringing in your life
Yes,
and
yes.
how your little one is growing up to become a wealth
No, I'm
creator.
waiting for that program he was going to roll out for teenagers and she'll be the first one to enroll.
Oh, that's coming in soon then. Okay. We're already almost there
Yeah.
with that course. So
Thank you
yeah,
so much.
just stay
Thank you,
tuned.
Priyanka. Thank you, Sheetal,
Thank you,
Mira,
Antika.
whosoever, part of the community. I know there are a lot of women behind this. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Antika, for joining in. Loads of love, and know that we are a message away for you.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.